Hey, good morning. It's Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Thank you guys for joining in. If you're like us, your kids don't have school today, so you are balancing that out. Good luck to you. For those of you that today's just a normal Monday, you're at work. Thank you. Good for you guys. And good morning, Courtney. Good morning to all those joining in. And so glad to see you guys here. And first off, on Friday, I released a lot of information about the new promotions, the new executive incentive, talking about the, expiration of membership fee for customers. However, it still applies to once you convert to an associate. So if you missed all that stuff, go back to Friday, look for that. There's a YouTube link. You can watch it there. You can share it with people, share it in other groups. Please do. I think it's been viewed over 700 times now. So that means there was probably, some good information. Glad you guys are excited about it. So just want to rehash that one. Again, go back, watch that video to get all the finer details. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, for saying hello. And today, just to let you guys know, there is going to be a watch party. Isagenix Business, I believe, is probably going to be on Isagenix Live on Friday, 2 p.m. So if you're not going to New Year's kickoff and you want to be able to join in, see what's going on, see all the new promotions, all the new, I guess it's probably the new software. And I'm just scrolling back here to call that I had. That's probably going to be in the afternoon. Okay, got it. Wonderful. Yeah, so excited for you guys to be able to watch that stuff. Join in. Again, like I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago, if you're not able to make to New Year's kickoff, I get it. I understand. I wish everyone could be there, but I understand sometimes it's not the right time. It's not the, it's just not the right thing to do. But one of the things that I would suggest is on Friday night, get together, talk to people. You're going to have all the new product information stuff that you're going to be able to talk about, share. If it's just to get together and drink some bubbles and beer, do that. Have fun. Let it be a season and reason to create community, get together with people. And then I'm guessing, they launched the watch party stuff on Friday. There's probably going to be something coming on Saturday as well. And you guys can order all those new products. So again, just a reason to get together, talk to people. There you go. Courtney, vision board party Friday night. What a great thing to do, and make it a family event. Make it fun, make it enjoyable, do those things, because that is the season in business we're in. So scroll back to my notes. ISABody contest, those winners, I'm going to go through everyone that commented, shared that they're in ISABody right now. There will be a drawing for 3 prizes, and those 3 prizes are, one is a hour call or training timing, whatever you want to do with Kelly and I. The other one is $100. I'm just trying to find my notes. $100 gift card, I believe. I'll have to double check. And then a prize to be determined. I'll probably give that winner a opportunity to select. So those will be drawn later today. And yeah. So anyways, moving on to the next thing. And the next topic is Incentivize Stability. Are you guys like, well, what are you talking about? Well, let me pull up a quote that I got today from the author, Simon Sinek, who I really thoroughly enjoy a lot of his stuff. I really have said that I'd say I've grown a lot in a lot of things that I've read from Simon. His first book, Start With Why. His second book, Leaders Eat Last. His latest book is The Infinite Game, which I think I've talked a little bit about. And this quote came this morning from him, and I just really enjoyed it. And it's something to ponder and think about. And he goes, when the incentives offered prioritize growth over stability, we successfully build large unstable businesses. And he actually uses organizations rather than businesses. And so organizations. And I want you guys to stop and kind of maybe ponder on that today and think about it as I'm thinking about it as a leader, thinking about it as a member of the FAB. And it really kind of makes me think, okay, what have I learned the last few years? What have I learned, professionally? What have I learned in regard to a lot of different areas that this quote kind of, okay, how can I analyze it? How can I think about it? And one of the things that I think real quick, and this is not, it's a learning process, right? And what's so funny in life is if you can stop and you can evaluate, so, oh yeah, I did that wrong, then you can grow from it. And instead, if you think, well, I did everything right and it's not getting the results that I'm getting, I hate to tell you, you're not going to learn. And so one of the things that I am looking at this and thinking about, okay, what incentives have we had that have prioritized growth over stability? And one of my personal beliefs is one of the big incentives that I think has undermined some of our stability is incentives focused only around memberships, only around enrollments, only around those type of activities, because I believe while that's a good and you have to share the business, stability comes from customer service, customer experience. It comes from product results and use. It comes from rank advancements. It comes from being involved in ISABody challenge. It comes from personal growth and development. Those are things that all build a stable and good environment and business. I really believe if you are incentivizing only the the fireworks, the spectacular, that the undermining the stuff that really the bread and butter, that's what keeps you going in business every day. And one of the things I think back is when I think about my nutrition business, and I worked with dairy farms, okay? They're businesses, and all businesses I've learned to go through cycles. And one of the lessons that I learned doing that is when we focused on just the foundations. We focused on, doing things with simplicity and focusing on comfort, and we focused on all of those things. Man, the sky was the limit. But when you went and you chased big performance, when you chased to do things spectacular, when you focused on the anomalies, what you end up finding is a whole lot of cracks. And those cracks are fine. Then all of a sudden you have an earthquake and it crumbles to the ground. And, there's the epitome of being built on a house of cards. And all of a sudden it's great until it gets windy. And you think about, as I'm thinking about the three little piglets, the piglet that built his house with straw was fine until it got windy. And the piglet that built his house with sticks was fine until, it all of a sudden, had fire. And then it was the piglet that built it with brick. Solid foundation, that was the one that grew, and that was the one that grew. That's the one that stayed. And so when I think about this quote from Simon Sinek, and I wanted to share with you guys today is, collectively, Isagenix has its prerogatives. And like I said, I have a responsibility there from a FAB point of view, and to do what I can to help and to offer suggestion and really evaluate and understand. It's like, okay, where have we really gone after growth rather than stability? Now, here's a caveat that I think any good business is a growing business. Any good leader is a growing leader. Now, sometimes growth is not evident on a scoreboard. It's not necessarily evident on your, types of where you're cycling or whatever else. Sometimes growth is just doing the do. I think back about the stories I've heard about Lynn Hagedorn. So Lynn Hagedorn, Michael Klaus, #1 income earners. And Lynn tells the story for years. When she first started into network marketing, she would do events in her basement, and she'd have no one show up, and no one show up, and no one show up, and no one show up. Did she quit? Nope, she kept doing it. She kept doing it. She kept doing it. She kept doing it. And I don't know how long. I'll have to ask her today how long she did those events before people started showing up. And, I know as she's told the story, it was just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, small numbers. And eventually after a long period of time, and I'm talking like a year plus of doing those events consistently, did she start to grow to where she had to find someplace other than her basement. And I know if she was looking at the, well, today is my first day and I only had 3 people here, and next week I'm gonna, next time I'm gonna do it and there's 2 people here, well, I gotta quit because it's not working. That's not focusing on stability. Stability is like, do it for a year. Don't come back to me, do it for a year, continue to find different ideas, but commit to it for a year before you say it doesn't work. To me, that's incentivizing stability. And, as I look at the new promotion we mentioned last week, things that are promoting stability is if we're able to acquire and help more customers enjoy our products, getting rid of the membership quotient of that is probably a good thing. That incentivizes stability. When I think about getting to executive and bonus to getting to executive, and that to me is looking at from a standpoint that's stability. Because if we're focusing and we recognize that executive is a tangible rank, then if we're incentivizing that, that's stability. I think about the other parts of that is, what can we do to enhance a customer experience? Well, ISABody, that's using the products, that's getting product results, and that's also focusing on their experience. The new software, the new technology, to me, that's enhancing our experience. So we're prioritizing stability rather than growth. And to me, that's a good thing, but I want to continue to look ahead and say, what can we do better? What can we do better to incentivize that stability rather than just, go after growth, after growth, because what I've recognized and what I've learned is if you focus over growth, as Simon Sinek says, you end up with an unstable business. Now, for those of you that are maybe just joining, for those are, maybe are new to network marketing, maybe you've had other business experiences, maybe you can reflect back on that. Network marketing is not a shining knight that doesn't, it doesn't have that. I'll be honest that, if we look at our business volume, I think I shared this with you guys, is that, if you look at total sales in our organization in 2018 was right about $60 million. 2017 was about 60 million. 2018 was just over 50 million. And last year, 2019, it was about $37 million. That was the extent of volume as calculated that went through our business. So if you looked at that, it's like, hey, yeah, that's trending downwards. And so to experience that and understand, it's like, okay, what have we done over time to focus on growth? And, as I have used the terminology, use the whip on the horse, race horsing, where they use the little whip, I think to get the racehorse to go faster, that you end up doing more damage and harm to the horse long term because they don't know how to race without that. And so anyways, I love that quote this morning, something I'm pondering on, something I'm thinking about. And I love these comments. Thank you for sharing, Danielle, Betsy, Josette, Carrie, all you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. And I want you guys to think about that and be willing to share as you contemplate, what are ideas that I'm missing? Where do you feel like, what are things from a stability point of view that we could focus on as an organization? Because I'd love to hear your point of view, because mine is just mine. I can see through the lens that I see, and that's it. But then as well, maybe recognize where did we incentivize growth over stability? And so I love that commentary. I'd love for you guys to, think about it. So anyways, exciting for you guys to join. Again, watch party on Friday. I'm going to be posting in here the winners from the ISABody contest. I'm going to actually have my kids help me as they're home from school. We're going to, write out every single name and draw from that. So maybe we'll do a video for you guys to see those. And I'm going to draw in that order. Okay. The first one is a call with Kelly and I. The second one is the $100 gift. And the third one is the to be determined. And I still got to think of something good. I know you guys shared a lot of the ideas, what you thought would be exciting. So I need to, scroll back on that one, but I just kind of want to leave that out there. So that is coming. And then ponder, where can we as an organization, because this isn't about me and what I see, it's everyone here. What can we do to incentivize stability and allow the growth to occur because it's a stable environment? So thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it here on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. And I will see you guys again later this week.